Hello! You're doing everything right to protect your heart, taking your statin pill every day just as your doctor prescribed. But have you ever, when bending down to play with your grandchild, or even just getting out of bed in the morning, felt a dull ache in your calves, a nameless fatigue that makes you skip your favorite afternoon walk, and you start to wonder, is this just my age or is it something else? Could the very pill that's protecting me be the cause of this discomfort? If those questions sound familiar, I want you to know you are not alone. Welcome back to Healthy Steps Seniors. I'm Dr. Christopher Wilson. Here, our mission is to connect timeless life wisdom with reliable, evidence-based medical advice to help you walk steady on your health journey. The question about statins and muscle pain is one of the concerns I hear most often in my practice. Your decision to take a statin is an incredibly wise one, backed by decades of research, but the muscle pain that some of us experience, which the medical community calls SAMS, short for Statin-Associated Muscle Symptoms, is a real side effect, and it can directly impact your quality of life. The good news is you don't have to choose between a healthy heart and a pain-free life, and you certainly don't have to figure this out on your own. Today, based on recommendations from leading organizations like the American Heart Association and guidance from the Mayo Clinic, we are going to tackle this issue head-on. Specifically, in this video, we will explore 1. The simple truth behind why statins can cause muscle pain and how to accurately identify the symptoms. 2. The most important reason why you should never stop taking your statin on your own without talking to your doctor. And 3. We will reveal 3 practical science-backed solutions, including key supplements and lifestyle changes, to help you find comfort and live well with statins. If you or a loved one are taking a statin, I truly encourage you to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. The knowledge in this video could be a turning point for you. And, as always, the information we share is for educational purposes and cannot replace a direct consultation with your healthcare provider. Your health is a partnership, and this video is created to help you become a more informed partner. What statins are and their silent hero role. Before we delve into the side effects, it's critically important to acknowledge the hero role of statins. Think of them as dedicated cholesterol managers, working silently inside your body. Their main function is to reduce the production of bad cholesterol, or LDL cholesterol, in the liver. This type of cholesterol, when at high levels, can build up in your arteries, forming dangerous plaques. These plaques narrow and harden the vessel walls, like rust clogging a water pipe. By controlling LDL cholesterol, statins help keep your blood pipes clear and flexible. The benefit, proven by thousands of studies, is immense, a significant reduction in the risk of heart attack and stroke. Simply put, that small pill you take every day is doing a phenomenal job of protecting your life, giving you more precious years with your family and loved ones. But with all those wonderful benefits, we have to face the reality that, for a portion of users, statins can come with a challenge. That is SAMS, Statin-Associated Muscle Symptoms. This isn't just a simple ache. SAMS can manifest in many forms, from a dull, aching sensation, muscle fatigue and cramps, to a noticeable muscle weakness that makes climbing stairs or getting up from a chair difficult. Now, it's crucial that we look at the numbers calmly. According to data from the American College of Cardiology, an estimated 5 to 10% of statin users experience these symptoms. Let me be clear. This means that for every 100 people taking statins, 90 to 95 have no problem at all. But if you are one of the remaining 5 to 10 people, your pain is real. It deserves to be heard, and it needs to be addressed. The scientific link. The story of CoQ10. So the question is, why does this happen? One of the leading and most widely accepted scientific theories involves a compound called coenzyme Q10, or as we often call it, CoQ10. Imagine each muscle cell in your body is a tiny power plant. For this plant to run, it needs a spark plug to ignite the fuel and create energy. Coenzyme Q10 is that spark plug. It is vital for energy production at the cellular level. Statins work by blocking an enzyme in the liver to reduce cholesterol production. Unfortunately, that biochemical pathway is also the same one the body uses to produce CoQ10. So, as we effectively lower cholesterol, we may also be unintentionally lowering our body's CoQ10 levels. When your muscle cells are deprived of their CoQ10 spark plugs, the power plants run less efficiently. The result? That very feeling of fatigue, aching, and weakness that some of you are experiencing. Understanding this link isn't meant to scare you, but to empower you with knowledge. Because when we understand the root cause, we can find the path to a solution. And that is exactly what we will discuss in the next section. So, we've understood the potential cause behind the pain. Now it's time to move to the most important part. What can we do to improve the situation? I want you to think of this as a 3-step action plan, a comprehensive strategy so you can both protect your heart and care for your muscles. And to give you the fullest and most accurate picture, I'm delighted to welcome a key member of the Healthy Steps Seniors team of experts today.
Thank you, Chris. I'm very happy to be here to share this important information with the Healthy Steps Seniors community.
The first step, and the one that can never be skipped, always begins with a dialogue with the doctor who prescribed your statin. And I need to emphasize this with all seriousness. Never stop taking your statin on your own. Stopping the medication abruptly can cause a rebound effect, causing your bad cholesterol levels to spike, sometimes even higher than before treatment, which increases the risk of an acute cardiovascular event. Instead, become an active partner. When you see your doctor, don't just say, "Doctor, I have muscle pain." Equip yourself with these golden questions. You might want to write them down. Doctor, is it possible that this muscle pain is related to the specific statin I'm taking? Should we consider a muscle enzyme test, CK, creatine kinase, to assess the level of impact on my muscles? Would lowering my current statin dose be a safe option for me? And finally, I've heard there are different types of statins. For example, I'm taking atorvastatin, Lipitor, which is fat-soluble. Could switching to a water-soluble one, like pravastatin, Pravachol, or rosuvastatin, Crestor, help reduce the side effects on my muscles? These questions show that you are engaged and informed, helping to focus the conversation and find the solution that is best for you personally. After that important conversation, let's explore supportive measures. Evelyn, we've talked about how statins can reduce Q10. So is supplementing with it really effective?
That's an excellent question, Chris. And the answer from scientific evidence is possibly, and it's well worth considering. Many studies have looked at this effect. Notably, a large-scale meta-analysis published in 2018 in the Journal of the American Heart Association, JHA, compiled the results from 12 different clinical trials. Their conclusion showed that Q10 supplementation significantly improved symptoms of muscle pain and fatigue related to statins in a subset of patients. It's not a silver bullet for everyone, but it is a supportive tool with a scientific basis. Regarding dosage, studies typically use doses ranging from 100 milligrams to 200 milligrams per day. Regarding how to take it, Q10 is a fat-soluble substance. For the body to absorb it best, you should take it with the meal that contains a little healthy fat. For example, a slice of avocado, a few walnuts, or some olive oil in a salad. However, I need to stress this. Although Q10 is sold over the counter without a prescription, that is not a reason to self-treat. View it as part of the dialogue with your healthcare team. Always inform your doctor and pharmacist about any supplements you're taking to ensure safety and avoid unwanted interactions.
Thank you, Evelyn. That information is truly clear and helpful. Your advice about talking with a pharmacist is invaluable. Finally, the third step is to build a solid foundation from your own daily lifestyle. Never underestimate the power of simple habits. 1. Hydration. Drink enough water. This may sound basic, but it's extremely important. When the body is dehydrated, metabolic waste products can build up in the muscles and worsen aches and cramps. Make sure you're drinking enough water throughout the day. 2. Check your vitamin D. This is an often overlooked factor. Some studies have shown a link between low vitamin D levels and a higher risk of SAMS. The AARP also frequently emphasizes the importance of vitamin D for muscle and bone health in older adults. Ask your doctor to check your vitamin D level. If it's low, supplementation under medical guidance can make a big difference. 3. Gentle movement. When you have muscle pain, our instinct is to sit still, but gentle movement can actually help. Exercises like stretching, tai chi, or water aerobics help increase blood flow to the muscles, bringing oxygen and nutrients while helping to flush out irritants. Listen to your body and choose activities that help you feel more flexible without causing pain. So, as you can see, we have a whole toolkit to deal with this issue. It's a combination of smart medical communication, science-based supportive measures, and wise lifestyle adjustments. So, we have journeyed through some important territory together. Before we wrap up, I want us to revisit the most essential messages from today. 1. Statins are life-saving drugs, and their role in protecting your cardiovascular health is indisputable. 2. Statin-associated muscle pain is a real issue, but it is absolutely manageable, and you do not have to suffer in silence. 3. The golden key is in your hands. It's having an open and proactive dialogue with your doctor. Never stop your medication on your own. And 4, supportive solutions like CoQ10 supplementation and lifestyle adjustments are powerful allies that can help you achieve balance. I'm reminded of a patient of mine. Let's call him Robert. Robert loved gardening, but the aches and pains in his legs had gradually stolen that joy from him. He had almost given up. But he didn't quit. He came to see me, armed with questions. We reviewed his case together, made a small adjustment to the type of statin he was on, and he began taking CoQ10 after a thorough discussion. A few weeks later, he came back to my office. not to complain about pain, but to show me photos of the new rose bed he had just planted. His smile, the confidence that had returned to his walk, that is our ultimate goal. Robert's story proves something I have always believed. Your health is not a one-way street where the doctor directs and you just follow. It is a partnership. You are the expert on your own body and your own experiences. Your doctor and pharmacist are the experts in medicine. When all these experts collaborate openly and respectfully, wonderful results happen. Never underestimate the power of your own voice and understanding. Evelyn, do you have a final message for our audience?
Absolutely. Remember, every question you ask, every concern you share is a step forward on the path to better health. Be brave, be curious, and be the most active advocate for your own health. We, your healthcare providers, are always here to walk with you.
Thank you so much, Evelyn, for your invaluable insights today. And thank you all for spending your time with us. What is your first step after this video? If you have concerns about muscle pain, make an appointment with your doctor today. If you found this video helpful, please hit like to let us know. Share it with a friend, a family member, or anyone in your life who takes a statin. Your small act of sharing can make a big difference for someone else. And if you're not yet part of our community, please subscribe to the Healthy Steps Seniors channel so you don't miss any videos with evidence-based medical guidance to help you live healthier and more confidently. Finally, please use the comment section below. What has your journey been like? Do you have any questions? We read them all, and it's your experiences that make our community stronger. To learn more about the role of vitamin D in senior health, or to see a video with gentle stretching exercises to help relieve muscle aches, please click on one of the 2 videos now on your screen. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Be well and walk steady.